Trying to go back live again. Are you guys there? Did it work? Did it just jump me back in? I hope so, because that's tedious. There was a button on my keyboard that I touched, and apparently that makes me stop being live. We're back. In case it's not in the same show, let me see if it is. I hate this. Oh, I hate not having a moderator. Being your own moderator, folks, it's overrated. It's overrated. It's nice to have somebody to jump in there with you. Hidden viewers hidden. I don't want the viewers hidden. I want to see the viewers. You're back. Okay, you're back. Is it the same video share, or did it go to a whole nother stream? Oh, so annoying. All right, guys, we're back. Anyway, you know we're back. I can't see nothing. Cole Keller's in the chat. Good to see you, sir. Hopefully St. Louis Shocks can find us again. I tapped the button. Apparently there's an auto cue button on my desktop that shut the thing down. That sucks. Thank you, new update. Who knew stream? Guys, it's playoffs. We got to talk football before the playoffs. I'm wearing my Christmas vest because I'm still loving ruminating. Steven Ellers, good to see you in the chat, sir. Enjoying the afterglow of that win on Christmas Day. Our varsity team took a break. Last game of the season. Let the JV squad get in there, get some reps. Guys like Cam Jones got a bunch of tackles. Guys got to run around a lot and do some things and have some fun. Goes obliterate us on the scoreboard in the Who Cares Bowl, because who cares? That game did not matter, did not count towards anything seeding wise, not worth getting anyone injured. Anybody who says it was hasn't won in a while. This says paused, but you have me on there. Okay, that's a 3-minute stream. That's not cool. You guys have me in there though. I see you guys in the chat, so clearly it's showing up. I don't know what YouTube's doing. I hate YouTube. Did I mention I hate YouTube? Very annoying. Going to be switching over to Rumble next year for sure. Because this thing, okay, there's me looking down at my phone like an idiot. Welcome to Chiefs Chat Live. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to get it early. See this? Hit the like and subscribe. Tap the notification bell. Make sure you're notified when we go live, when we're talking football, because this is the channel you want to hear from. So many channels that have come aboard this Chiefs wonderful Mr. Magical Mystery Tour, being run by Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. I was listening to Alex Smith today on SiriusXM. He does a show once a week. It's awesome. It's great to hear him. Never forget Chiefs Kingdom. Alex Smith and Andy Reid came together to build this team and to set the tone and to get this car built. And Patrick Mahomes is the Cole Trickle to this NASCAR. Patrick Mahomes is the Knox to this engine. He's the thing that makes it go that extra just little when everybody else is like he's like past it, like my lame car analogy. Guys, everyone's talking about Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. We will too at the end of the show, about the Ravens versus the Bills. I'm so excited that they get to beat the crap out of each other this weekend. We got to take care of business first. Not looking past them. The Texans are dangerous. The Texans have pass rushers. The Texans can create a lot of problems. This team right here, this Kansas City Chiefs, has done exactly what I hoped they would do. We talked about early in the season, no Hollywood Brown. I said maybe he'll be back for the regular season. He could be back. They said he could be back. He's back. Maybe they can get healthy. Maybe they can get guys. Maybe they can add guys. They've added guys. We're going to talk about that at length. The big thing was this weekend I was listening to the NFL Today game day, and they're talking about the Bills and the Ravens. I think the Bills can be. Well, Mariucci said this. He goes, well, let me put it this way. So the Ravens beat the Bills, right? And the Bills beat the Chiefs. So I got to think that the Ravens can beat the Chiefs. Only the Ravens beat the Chiefs this year. Last year at M&T Bank. So what are you talking about? We're going to look at some stats. We're going to look at some numbers. We're going to look at some breakdowns. Dariel Miller, good to see you in the chat, sir. Saying hello to everyone. This is an exciting time. This is going to be a fun playoff season. I feel good about this playoff season. I'm not taking the Texans lightly. They're going to come. They're going to ball. They're going to give us everything they got. They did that once already. They had Tank Dell then. Tank Dell's out. We took over after Tank Dell left the game and just made no doubt. We left no doubt. We remembered the Titans from the movie, not the team in the real life. And we left no doubt. Look at this. Let's go over to the review screen and we'll look at, I hope this didn't mess up my channels, but we'll find out. We'll review some stats from some games and we'll talk about it. And we'll try to make this a quick show. All right, we'll have some fun though. Okay, everything's still up. I don't know what that is. Hello, lady. That wasn't on my screen before. Oh, okay. Oh, it was the TikTok trying to log in. We got some review here. We're gonna look at that in a minute. But first, let's look at Ravens versus Chiefs. First time around, let's look. I like to break down the team stats first. If you guys don't know, I like to look at what the team did. Killed us in yards, almost 100 more yards. Passing yards, we got them by a little bit. Smoked us in rushing yards. Horrible. That said, player stats, Chiefs, we didn't give up on the run. I always talk about it on this channel. I don't care how bad the running game looks. One guy, getting 3 yards a carry, two guys getting 1.5, and one receiver rushing for 21 yards on one carry for a touchdown, which was nice. But we ran the ball 20 times. When we run the ball 20 times, what do we say on this channel? 98% of the times we win the game. Regardless of what the other team does in the running game, they killed us. They had over 100 yards more than we did. Didn't matter. Yards per play, we beat them by 1 yard. First downs, they had a few more than we did. Third down efficiency, we only had 4 of 9. They had 7 of 14. They had 1 of 2 on fourth down. They went for it. They got 24 more plays than we did. We allowed 1 more sack. We punted 1 more time. Penalties were close. They lost a fumble. We threw a pick. They beat us in time of possession. We beat them in the football game because we got 15. We got 15. Everyone thinks it's going to be different now because Derrick Henry has a whole season. Okay, he does. He's got a whole season in this offense. Derrick Henry was never a question mark. Derrick Henry's a mustard veteran. We knew what he was going to bring to the table. We played him. Here's a few things I know about Derrick Henry. 1, he's not younger. He's only gotten older. 2, he's not going to be faster. He might be as fast. He's the same human being, a little older. 3, he doesn't beat us in the playoffs. He has to beat us in the playoffs. And I will talk a bit of Texans, but this is the game. This is the team that I can't stop hearing about, and it's driving me nuts. So we're going to cover that really quick. All those people that say the Ravens are a slam dunk, the Ravens are a shoe-in, the Ravens are going to this, that, and other. I'm going to bookend this with the MVP comparison. It's not going to be our Patrick Mahomes because I'm going to assume Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Brett Veach are going to be stepped over and ignored for awards because apparently you only give awards for people who don't win all the trophies. That doesn't go to the best players. It goes to guys that look really good and guys that can do some really good things. And there's a lot of those in the NFL. They're called professional athletes, and every team has them. Patrick was 20 of 28. Nice and solid. Threw a pick, though. Don't like that. Almost 300 yards. Like that. Touchdown. Like that. Pacheco, Xavier Worthy, 2 touchdowns on the running game. Kept us controlled pretty much in the box. Rashee Rice had 7 catches for 103 yards. Now you worry. Well, we lost Rashee Rice. Say the naysayers and the woe is meers and the chicken littles that run around Chiefs Kingdom and listen to everything Pete Sweeney says. I'm finding that Pete Sweeney is very annoying to me nowadays because I'm just like, that's why he's got a career, because 50% of Chiefs Kingdom totally vacillates and loves what he's doing. They totally echo him with the negative. Oh no, but what about? Oh, but I'm not sure. But oh, the woes, dude. Find a positive bone. Stop with the sad. Oh, and they're not gonna. Oh, this could be a problem, and we're gonna. Okay, you got to recognize your weaknesses to embolden your team and strengthen yourselves. But crying, a river every time something doesn't look perfect, a little bit crazy. But let's get back to it. So we lost our wide receiver 1, Rashee Rice. Okay, for the season. Here's the thing. I would submit to you that Xavier Worthy not only replaced him, but is better. And the reason I would say that is his totals last year for Rashee Rice. Forget the eyeball test. Forget the fact that he's the fastest guy ever at the combine. Rashee had 79 catches, 102 yards. That's solid. That's strong. And I think he had 6 touchdowns. 7 touchdowns. How'd Xavier do this year? Anybody know? Anybody care to guess? Xavier Worthy, only 59 catches, 638 yards. But then he had 104 yards rushing. And when you total up the touchdowns, 9. So more touchdowns, a few less yards, but bring something to the gimmick, the gadget, the running around, the wide receiver sweep game that we haven't had since year 1. Cole Hardman, maybe early Tyreek Hill. Okay. I think he's an improvement. I think he adds more to our offense because of some of the things he doesn't do in the offense regarding the crossing routes and just grabbing everything out of the air like Rashee Rice did all the time. This guy does. We added this guy, DeAndre Hopkins. So we lost Rashee Rice. We elevated Xavier Worthy, and we added DeAndre Hopkins, and he's pretty good. He's gotten 4 touchdowns with us. He catches pretty much everything they throw at him. He's phenomenal. He's just a get open machine. Speaking of get open machines, guess who's back? Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt went for 728 yards in 13 games with your Kansas City Chiefs. 7 touchdowns rushing, no receiving touchdowns, but he did add another 176 yards. So 900 yards and 7 touchdowns in 13 games from our second string running back. Well, Isaiah Pacheco was out for a large part of that. That's awesome. Now we have the two-headed monster going into the playoffs. And the guy not to be left out, or you think you know who it is, it's not. Justin Watson. Justin Watson is just kind of doing what Justin Watson does. 20-some catches. Last year he had more yards. He had 28.8 yards per carry, 3 touchdowns. This year he's got 2 touchdowns. His first season with us, he had 2 touchdowns. Still 17 yards a catch. People that watch Chiefs football, Charles Davis, I'm looking at you, and say that he's not a deep threat. It's weird that they're going through him with a deep ball. No, he is a deep threat. He's a big, long guy that's fast. Some people can't get past this thing right here. This color of this melanin that he has. The dude can run routes. The dude is fast. Okay, so he's there floating around. And oh yeah, last but not least, Hollywood Brown's back, folks. Hollywood Brown is back. He's averaged 45 yards, 46 yards per game, 4 or 5 catches. The thing he adds, though, is when it's 3rd and short, it's like they snap the ball, and because we have the tackle situations that we're dealing with, Tooney's been stellar out there on left tackle for a guard sliding over to that spot. DJ Humphries is going to be back, it looks like. We hope he's going to be back. We hope he'll be healthy. We hope he'll be the productive guy he's been before. If not, then he'll share reps with Tooney, or Tooney will take over, and Mike Calnado will go back in there and play guard. I did like the idea of DJ Humphries and Tooney, though, because Tooney just gives us that up the middle with the other 2 weapons on the offensive line, Creed Humphries and Trey Smith. But this team with Hollywood Brown now has a guy that on 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, it's snap, open. He's open so fast. He knows how to read the defense. He knows how to find a hole. He gets there quickly, and he snags the ball. And then after he catches it, he's fast as all get out. He didn't have a leg injury, folks. He had clavicle injury, and he's back from that. And he's cooking with gas. We're going to talk about how much he's cooking with gas very shortly. Not to get too deep into the stats, but we talked about Xavier Worthy. We talked about the other guys, Kareem Hunt. That was a big-time addition. And Justin Watson, of course. These are all guys. We beat the Ravens without Creed Humphrey, Hollywood Brown, DeAndre Hopkins. And it looks like McCole Hardman's going to be back possibly this week, but soon. Jalen Watson was a big contributor in that game defensively. He's coming back. We haven't had him for weeks. He not only adds his ability, Jalen Watson is to Josh Williams, in my opinion, what Nick Bolton was to Willie Gay when Willie Gay was here. When Willie Gay and Nick Bolton were on the field together, Willie Gay was a sideline-to-sideline machine, and he was wrecking your offense. When Nick Bolton got injured a couple times and Willie Gay had to step up his game a little bit and then play a little more disciplined, he struggled. He wasn't the same guy, the freewheeling, doing those, great plays. Josh Williams, same thing. Josh Williams is not the same guy when Jalen Watson's not on the field with him. Jalen Watson and Trent McDuffie allowing Josh Williams to not be a primary guy makes a big difference in his game. I think expect him to step up. We also didn't have Charles Omenihu in this game. Charles Omenihu is going to be a problem. Okay? If they don't think he's going to be a problem, he's going to be a problem. We're worried about rest versus rust, a lot of people. Resting everybody for that Bronco game. Chris Jones needed the rest for his calf. DJ Humphries needed more time to recover. Jalen Watson needed time to recover. McCole Hardman needed time to recover. We're getting guys back going into the playoffs. We have guys that have been inserted going into the playoffs, Hollywood Brown, that are just, you're not playing. You had your chance early in the season to beat us. You didn't beat us. The Bills got us one time. Congratulations, Buffalo. Everybody else, you didn't get the win. You didn't snatch. We snatched victory from the jaws of defeat in a number of games. Block kicks, last minute field goals from 3 separate kickers to win football games. And I hear a lot of hyperbole about, they should rest Harrison Butker. We're not sure if he's the same guy. Andy Reid, he's going to be fine. Andy Reid says he's going through stuff. He's working through it. He's going to be fine. He's gotten the rest too. Harrison Butker needed the rest as well. This team is rounding into healthy shape, as healthy as you can be late in the season, at the perfect time. As far as you want to be peaking at the right time, let's look at that. Okay. Let's look at some games. Chiefs versus Raiders. The last 5 games of the season, not counting Denver. So it was, that was the last 6 game, but we're going to look at the last 5 with the starters. 1917, we pull it out. Team stats, they beat us by over 100 yards. Passing yards, got us pretty good. Rushing yards, a solid advantage for them. First downs, they only got us by 2. Third down efficiency, they were 3 of 12. We were 7 of 16. What does that tell you? The Chiefs were operating and functioning at a better efficiency rate. Okay. Total plays, we had 4 more than they did, despite the fact that they had more time of possession and more yardage, et cetera, et cetera. It means they're getting down the field a little quicker. We allowed 5 sacks. This is before the Joe Tooney experiment. We punted the ball 5 times. They lost 1 fumble. The last fumble of the game, the last play of the game for them, and that was it. Meaning, when you're on the ropes, getting wailed by an opponent, Chiefs are sitting there taking the balls, looking for their shot, and they got the knockout shot. When that snap went off the shoulder pad, Nick Bolton went in and made a play like a stud defensive captain. Game over. You lose. Get off the field. All right, moving on to the Chargers. Still no Hollywood Brown. 1917 again. Yardage, beat them by 10. Pretty close. Pretty even across the board. Passing and rushing yardage. Yards per play, they got us. First downs, equal. Third down efficiency, very similar. We had a few more opportunities than they did. We did get 1 fourth down. Total plays, we got them by 8. We both allowed 3 sacks. We punted 1 time less than they did. No turnovers. Time of possession, very close. They got us by 2 minutes. We win. They doinked us into the AFC West title for the 9th straight time. Your 9th straight time AFC West champion Chiefs. Okay, moving on. Browns. The Browns. Player stats. Still no Hollywood Brown. Okay. All right. How'd that go? Yardage, total yardage. We got them by 50 yards-ish, 45 yards. Passing yards, we got them by a bit. Rushing yards, they got us by a hair. Yards per play, pretty close. First downs, close, 2. We had 2 more than they did. Third down efficiency again. There it is. We look at that in the last one. Third down efficiency. Third down efficiency was similar, yeah, but they had a few less opportunities. We talked about that. We got them on third down efficiency. They had no fourth downs work out for them. We got them by 15 more plays. We allowed 0 sacks. The Joe Tooney experiment was working. We allowed 0 sacks. We got their quarterback 5 times. We punted 3 more times than they did. We only had the ball a couple more times than they did, but we kept taking the ball away. Field position is a big deal. Got to execute more, but we executed enough to beat them by 14 points. The second last game by the starters. These Texans were going to play this week. They had Tank Dell start the game off. They lost him during the game. Total yards, we got him by a hair. Well, not a hair. We got him by a chunk, but not a big chunk. 60-some yards. They got us a little more passing yards than we did. We had a little more rushing yards than they did. Exactly equal yards per play. First downs, we had 5 more. Third down efficiency, dead even. We went for fourth down one time that got it, one time that didn't. We had 12 more plays than they did. That's keeping our offense on the field, keeping their offense off the field. Up to the same penalties, we were more disciplined than they were that game. Took the ball away from them twice. Oh, sacks allowed. We got them there 1 more time than they got us. So getting a little better in the efficiency department defensively. What's going on here? Let's see. Charles Menu's out there affecting the game. Look at that. What's going on here? Player stats. Charles Menu's out there affecting the game. Interesting how that one player coming back. Let's look at the last game of the season. And one of the things that people ballyhooed the Ravens for was they said, look how badly they beat the Steelers. Clearly better than the Chiefs. They beat the Steelers 28-14. Oh, wait. We beat them 29-10. So wouldn't that be a better victory? We're 15-1. Wouldn't that make us a better team? Team stats. Got them by a little bit total. Got them by a lot. Passing yards, they got us equally by a lot. Rushing yards. Didn't matter. Yards per play, we got them. First downs, they got 3 more than we did. Third down efficiency, they killed us. We were not efficient on third down. We were making some big plays, though. We allowed 0 sacks. And again, for the second game in a row, got their quarterback 5 times. We punted 9 times. They punted 4. Again, 9-time punts. Interception. Fumbles lost. They lost 1 fumble. They threw 1 interception. We started taking the ball away again at the end of the season. We started getting the quarterback a lot because Charles Omenihu makes that big of a difference. Okay. Time of possession they got us. I don't care. We beat them by 19 points. Not 10, not 14, not by a single score, by 19 points. This team, the starters, rounded into shape at the perfect time. I'll make sure I don't miss anything that I wanted to cover. Here's the thing we got to remember about Patrick. Here is the thing. Time out. Stop all trains, tracks, lines of thought. I'm missing a lot of chat here. I got to check the chat out. Before I move on we're going to talk about playoff Pat in a second. Let me check the chat out really quick because I missed all this stuff. Just ran a simulation on Madden 20. I have an Xbox now. Baltimore won 20-11 over the Bills. Okay, we'll see what happens. What's up, Tom Hood? Good to see you, sir. Didn't we hold Henry to 60 yards rushing in the AFC Championship game? Oh, wait, and let's look at that first game we played them where they outrushed us by a lot. How'd that work out? Ravens. Oh, Lamar Jackson tried to play Lamar ball. 122 yards rushing, held Henry to 46. Again, people are saying that, he's King Henry again now, though, because he's had a whole season. Well, he was King Henry with the Titans. And I seem to recall us containing him. He got some points. He made some plays. When push came to shove, Nick Bolton and squad, man up against that dude. And at the time, the first time we beat him, we didn't have the guys we have now on defense. We had a lot of the older guys. We had Dan Sorensen. We had Honey Badger. We had guys like that. Not this defense. But we have Charles Omenihu now. We have Drew Tranquil now. We have a vetted mustard Nick Bolton now. This is going to be a fun game if it ends up being that game. If it doesn't end up being the Bills, I think the Bills are scary. I think people think I'm crazy. The Bills are a tough team. They beat us once already. They've beaten us in the regular season before, more than Lamar has. Lamar is not the playoff god that everyone has said he is, but this could change this year. We'll see. They're a good team. All the teams that left are good teams. So it's going to be exciting to watch. I feel like the injury report is definitely in our favor for this Texans game. Obviously, a little note from Charles Goodman, my former editor over at Chiefs Wire for USA Today. Andy Reid on Jalen Watson. He's worked tremendously hard to get himself to this point. We'll just see how that goes as far as the game reps, but he sure has worked hard to get himself even to this point right here. I'm going to like having every rep that he's out there and Najee Johnson isn't having the pressure of the world on his back. I'll be thrilled about. I hope Najee can round his game up and be better next year, but it's been rough. Not smooth sailing, to say the least, this year. Injury report, McCole Hardman. Thursday report's coming soon, but he's limited practice. He's been out there. Jalen was full practice. Chris, full practice. That's good to see both days with that calf. Juwan Taylor, full practice. I'd like to see a healthy tackle getting ready. Patrick, healthy. That calf or ankle we're worried about, he's looking good. He looked great in the Texans game, rushing for a touchdown, rushing multiple times. Looking at those stats, the Texans game, box score, player stats. Let's go to that. Patrick Mahomes, 260 yards and a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, 33 yards and a touchdown, rushing. And then Kareem Hunt was 11 for 55. Pacheco struggled a bit, but you got the 1-2 punch now. Kareem Hunt, make no doubt, make no mistake. Never mind, and I greatly appreciate the elevation of the game of Xavier Worthy through this process of becoming a non-rookie-ish player in his first playoff series, much the way Rashee Rice did last year, but he's faster. He's more explosive. How badly do you think DeAndre Hopkins wants a ring? How badly do you think Hollywood Brown wants a ring? And how badly do you think the formerly much maligned Kareem Hunt return to the family that brought him into the league? Badly does he want a ring? There's 3 veterans right there who've all acquitted themselves quite well in this league that are all just salivating. People think this team's not hungry. Forget the fact that our quarterback's a psycho. We're going to get to his playoff record in a second. Really quick, foundation of that. These guys are here to win it. Charles Omenihu, who lost to us in the Super Bowl, is here to win it. Charles Omenihu, who didn't get to play for us last year in the Super Bowl because he got hurt after having a great season with us for the time that he played, is here to win it. This team is built to win. This team is going to be a buzzsaw coming after those Texans. They better be ready. Everyone thinks it's an advantage. I'll take the advantage of, you know what? I'm not going to forget how to play football. Practicing for a few weeks and Andy coming off a bye is exceptional. Versus, yeah, we have one more week of getting the snot beat out of us by pro NFL players. So, we have the advantage. Our starters do. Backups, the iron sharpening iron rule, our backups got to get in there for a game. An embarrassing game, a humbling game against the Denver Broncos, where Andy Reid and Spags were like, we got nothing for you. Sink or swim, boys. This is your chance to prove what you can do for this team or the next team. But you're on your own up there, and made them grit through that and grind through that. You think they like to taste that in their mouth? You think that any one of them that gets put on the field for a rep or two is not going to be trying to make sure they cross the T's and dot the I's on every play they're out there for? This team is just rounding perfectly. This is the perfect storm. This could be the best Chiefs playoff team we've ever seen. You've heard it here first. This could be the best Chiefs playoff team we have ever seen. The most complete. Even with the weird tackle situation, if Humphreys measures up and then levels up this week, if Tooney's got to play out there, we'll see what happens. Patrick Mahomes has the weapons to get the ball out quickly. Speaking of Patrick Mahomes, I will delay no further. I've teased it a couple times now. Consider this. For all the hyperbole of the woulda, coulda, shoulda, maybe can, for Josh Allen, for CJ Stroud, for Lamar Jackson, for fill in the blank, whatever player you want to talk about. Patrick Mahomes' playoff record is such that he has the same number of Super Bowl victories, 3, as Super Bowl MVPs, 3. That's the same number of total playoff losses he's experienced. Just 3. Let that sink in. As a starter, he's only experienced 3 playoff losses since 2018. How does that work? It's crazy. Wait, am I missing something here? No. AFC Championship, lost. Tom Brady. Won the Super Bowl next year. Lost the Super Bowl to Tom Brady. Lost the AFC Championship, Joe Burrow. Won the Super Bowl. Am I missing something? What am I missing? The kid wins a lot. 2019, 2020, 2020, 21, 21, 22, 23, 24. This is 24, 25. Yes. He's only ever lost in the AFC Championship or the Super Bowl in the playoffs. I'm not trying to jinx him. I don't think I can. I don't want to. I don't want that on my record. This man has lost as many playoff games as he has won Super Bowls, as he has won Super Bowl MVPs. Patrick Mahomes is a freak show on legs, and he wants this win just as badly as those vets he's added. They've added to the team, as I mentioned before. Without further hesitation, we're going to get on really quickly to some stats for the MVP. And the reason why this is my pitch, cutting our Chiefs out of all the awards, because everybody's going to anyway. The reason why I believe that Derrick Henry cancels out Lamar Jackson, the MVP race, is this. The Ravens, 2023, 2,661 rush yards. Okay. Open sesame. 2024, 3,189 rush yards. That's a lot more. That's a lot more. Courtesy of your man and mine, Derrick Henry. Interesting guy over there. Passing yards for Lamar, 3,881. Sorry, passing yards for the team. This is a better example. They passed for just under 3,900 and rushed for 2,661. The next year, they passed for over 4,000 and rushed for over 4,189, 3,189. distinct advantage because of the addition of Derrick Henry. Now look at the Buffalo Bills, okay? And tell me this doesn't hoist Josh Allen up for you. The Buffalo Bills in 2023 had 4,300 passing yards, 2,212 rushing yards. They lose their top 2 wide receivers. Their passing yards go down by a little over 300. And the rushing yards go up a little bit because Josh got to run a little more. But here's the telling thing. In the improvement that the Ravens have seen, many more rushing yards, many more passing yards with the addition of Derrick Henry, what's their record? Because wins are a quarterback stat, right? Let's see. Baltimore, 2023, 13-3. 2024, 12-5. They lost 5 games this year? How about the Buffalo Bills? They must have had a 3-game drop in their performance. They lost their 2 best wide receivers. 2023, 11-6. 2024, 13-4. After losing his top 2 wide receivers, Josh just went, I'm going to make this team a little bit better this year. So I think they're dangerous. I think the Bills are dangerous. Either team is dangerous, but if you're talking MVP race, I don't know what tells it more than who put the team on their back and made that team win, in spite of losing their 2 best weapons. Let's go back to the big screen to sum this thing up. All right. Let me just look and see the chat real quick, see what you guys have. That was when he was with the Titans. Yes, sir. Didn't we hold Henry 60 yards? Yes. AFC Championship game? Yes, sir. He had that. Didn't he have a jump pass or something for a touchdown too? And everybody thought they were going to kill us. We were down 10 points more in every game. Pete Sweeney is weird, to put it mildly, says Cole. Okay. Worthy didn't play in the last game either. No, the offense didn't really play. He could have had finished with 700 yards. Saw D-Hop's TDs live. The Charger game, I was at Arrowhead with my family. That's awesome, Cole. Congratulations, buddy. Repeat incoming, Kevin Capel with the last minute spike of the ball. I love it. Let's go. Odin's son D-Hop was being held back to make him a 5th round trade. He'll go off in the playoffs as well. I think that these veterans are going to go crazy. Locke says, I'm scared. Past 2 years, I've gone to the divisional game and we've won the Super Bowl. I'm not going this year. LOL. I think we'll be okay. You'll be there in spirit, right? Just like the rest of us. Yeah, you shocked. I know it kind of worries me. LOL. I was there at 30 degrees. LOL. Save those fingers this year. Speaking of cold, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that I hope the Texans are ready for a nice chilly day, because the high is 16, the high is 25, the low is 10 on Saturday. Luckily for them, they're not playing Sunday, when the high is going to be 16 and the low is going to be 0 Fahrenheit. So regardless, it's going to be a cold game. Get your nuts up, boys. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun one. I mean, just worry about DJ. It doesn't look as sharp, which could lead to holding calls. We'll see. Andy's talked about a possibility of rotating him and Tooney to keep Tooney fresh and keep him on the inside for some run plays. We'll see what happens. Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Notre Dame wins the Natty. And if the New Jersey Devils can get a Stanley Cup, I'd be ecstatic. LOL. Yes, I'm a greedy fan. Good for you. Be greedy. It's all good. Chiefs are a different team with Hollywood Brown in the lineup, and the 1-2 punch with Pacheco and Hunt. Oh, you're singing my song, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Cole Keller, as long as we hold Lamar and King Henry to less than 100 combined, we'll win, I feel like. We didn't hold them to less than 100 combined in the first game. First game of the season, they killed us with rushing yards. Doesn't matter. We letting you in the end zone or not? That's the key. Got to keep them out of the end zone. They had 1 touchdown each. Got to keep them from converting those drives into touchdowns, and we got to execute when we get our chances. We got to get our points. We can get our points. They haven't played Hollywood Brown, D-Hop, and Worthy on the field at the same time. And the thing I didn't mention, from the tight end family, my boys and yours, Noah Gray has leveled up this season. Travis's numbers have been dialed back because Noah Gray's gone off. So we got a second weapon in Noah Gray that we haven't had before, the way he's playing now. Travis Kelce's still going to... We didn't even talk about Travis the whole show. Do you think he's going to be a problem? Do you think he's going to make some plays? I think he will. Call me crazy. I think Travis Kelce might be a problem for that Texans defense. Well, Keller, those guys are starving for a ring. Yes, we have veterans on this team. They're starving for a ring, and nothing is grittier than a veteran who's been close and couldn't get past this team. It's Joe Tooney. Well, he did get past this one time, bastard. We brought him over. Ask, fill in the blank with any player that played against us and then watch us go win a Super Bowl after they got knocked out. And on that list is Charles Omenihu. Twice over. Got the ring last year, but didn't get to play on the field on the day of the big game to enjoy it. That's got to sting a little bit. He wants to make his mark in the big game. You got to win 3, folks. Don't be looking past anybody. You got to get past those Texans. Then we got to play whoever comes out of the slobber-knocking slugfest heavyweight bout that is going to be the Bills versus the Ravens. I can't wait to watch that game. I hope I'm as excited as I am now because we're coming off of a win when it happens. Because right now, all I'm focused on is let's go out there and beat the ever-loving snot. Zero sympathy for them, the Houston Texans. Let's go out there and leave no doubt. With that, it's been 36 minutes. I think we covered a shit ton of information, like I used to do on my show. Sometimes it took me 3 hours, but today I was focused, I was organized, I had my notes, I had my cheat sheets, I had my stuff ready, because I wanted to give you guys a fun show like we haven't done in a while, because we haven't done one in a while. I'm your guy, Thunder Dan. This is your channel, Thunder Dan 88, Chiefs Chat Live, the original Chiefs Chat, not that new one that's out there. I wish them all the luck in the world because there's a lot of Chiefs shows now. Chiefs Chat with the guys. Sorry if I'm repeating a question. Who is playing left tackle? Last I heard, rotation of DJ Humphries and Joe Tooney, and we'll see how that goes. Says Big Red. Time's yours. And now, the rest of this day, time is yours, because I, Thunder Dan, am going to leave you, Chiefs Kingdom, friends, my family, my lovers of this team, your Kansas City Chiefs and mine, with the one last thing that I always say. Let's go again. 5, 4, 3, 2. Go Chiefs. Boom, 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 boom. Go Chiefs, go Fighting Irish, go Notre Dame, yeah, but go Ohio State as well, because they're all young men out there trying to make their name. And go New Jersey Devils, why not? Colorado Avalanche, because that's, my Quebec Nordiques in New Duds. But this weekend, Saturday, it's all about your Kansas City Chiefs. Let's get it. Leave your numbers in the chat. Tweet me on X, send me a message on X. What you think the score is going to be, what you think the sacks and picks are going to be. We didn't talk about that. I will post one on and let you guys know what I think tomorrow. Until then, take care. God bless.